What's up everybody? Doc Fortune here, just doing some Rimworld. Just kind of want to take it easy today and play something that's a little bit chill, so we're going to start a new game. I'm just going to go through and show you everything we're using for the mods. We got Royalty, Ideology, Biotech, and Odyssey, no anomaly. Vanilla Expanded, we got Animals, we got Endangered Animals, we got Royal Animals. We got Vanilla Expanded Empire, Vanilla Expanded Highmates, Vanilla Expanded Settlers, Furniture Expanded, Plants Expanded. Animals are fun, gives us recreation for playing with pets. Alpha Implants allows us to add bionic implants and prosthetics to animals. You can tell I go kind of heavy animal on my playthroughs. Vanilla Sidecast Expanded just makes casting into kind of like a class that you level up. Prepare carefully. Animal Armor Framework, Animal Armor Basic. We have Replantable Animatrees. We mod out Filth because it's an annoying mechanic to have to deal with. If you've watched any of my streams, I explain I just hate having to constantly keep up with it, and because I use a lot of animals, there's a lot of filth, and basically my base will just never look clean at all unless I turn it off. We have Hospitality, which allows us to have guests and to serve them, and then we have an expansion of that, Casino, which allows us to build casinos. Consistent Mapstone, I'm not sure why I have this. I used to have a mod that allowed you to dig up stuff like rich soil and put it somewhere else, and it consisted of this, and I don't know that it exists anymore, so maybe it's just in there, who knows. Alpha Memes, we have, it adds more memes in, more stuff that you can kind of have as features to your characters, ideology styles and things like that that you can add into your ideology. We have Dryads and Garland trees reworked, just makes them more useful and makes them more involved with your colony. And then we have another vanilla expanded race, which is the Phytokin. They're basically plant people. They can be Animakin for the Anima tree, they can be Pollux-kin for the Pollux tree, and there may be one more. But they have certain xenotype characteristics. Plant people, basically. Alright. So that's kind of the mods that we're using. We're going to go to a new colony. Do Rich Explorer. Randy Random. Strive to Survive. We'll just reload anytime, even though we probably won't. For this stream, it just allows us in case there's a glitch or a mistake or something. To sort of go back. I don't know what I'm looking for here on this map tile, so we'll just try to find something where there's permanent summer so we can grow all year round. We won't have to worry about winter. I'm going to look right around the middle of the map for that. I like mountain tiles, I like coast tiles, limestone, marble, granite, no caves. That's actually pretty good. Thinking about building into a mountain for this one, so growing season is year round. Limestone, slated marble, slated limestone. Near some pollution over here, so I don't know about that. This is pretty good, but it has caves, which means there'll be insects in it, and you'll just have to deal with them right away. Let's take a look. It's over in this part of the world. It's like one of those first places that we found was pretty good. I think we're just going to go with this and re-roll it a time or two. Doesn't look like it's going to give us very good terrain on any of those, sadly. Let's go for weird landmark. What is it? A hot springs, high geothermal activity. So we're looking for marble and limestone. We got a lot of slate and limestone. Granite and limestone, but we want marble because marble produces beauty and there will be an abundance of it. Get close to a road, that's marble and granite. Small hills, no, large hills. Let's see, can we get, looks like they have caves though, like the tunnels running through it, right? Yeah. Caves are no good, they'll bring a bunch of bugs you have to deal with. I'm sure there's some mod that I could use to try and pick this out more quickly and efficiently, but we're just kind of poking around for a second. Marble and sandstone's not bad. I'll take marble and granite or marble and limestone is usually what I prefer. Slate is like the opposite of marble. It's ugly, so it has kind of a bad value. Limestone. It's everything except for what we need. This is exactly what always happens when you're trying to pick out your starting location. Everything except for what you need. Limestone and marble. But it has caves and almost no hills. That's pretty good. Caves as well though. Sandstone. Limestone and marble. We're going right here. And marsh, sand. Is this a mixed biome? No. Nope. Okay, good. We'll go with this. We're gonna load a custom religion that we have. Astro Smokeism. We're going to prepare carefully. I just have kind of a standard rich explorer guy set up. Makes this part quick and easy. We have a few extra things that we gave him. It's not completely 100% standard rich explorer. I gave him a uranium mace, so he has a melee option. And then we just picked our pet so we can have exactly what we want. So we're going to land. We're going to let everything come out of the escape pod. There we go. We're going to pause. And I'm going to turn on terrain affordance so we can see where we can build. All this orange stuff is marshy and we can't really build on it. But like right away we crash landed next to some silver, compact machinery, a building, a geothermal vent. We can kind of build right here. There's another geothermal vent. Aside from a few places, we're kind of like boxed in safely. So we can sort of build downwards, it seems like. I'm going to turn on the fertility overlay. We can see we have fertile soil right there, so we'll just grow right there. But all of this marshy crap is blocking us from building in this area, so that sucks. We could tunnel into the mountain though and build a mountain base. We might do that, but we have all this power out here. We have 1, 2, 3 steam geysers, so we need to research geothermal power. We have a big thing of gold right here, gold ore, so there's a lot of more silver. We're going to be rich on this map just for mining, so that's good. We don't have to worry about making stuff to sell right away. We can kind of take our time with it, because if we run out, we'll just dig stuff out of the map. We got the anima tree here is okay, and then sort of the edge of the map over here. More fertility, I think. Yeah, a little bit, but should be enough to plant in here. And then eventually maybe we can switch over to some kind of indoor growing, because we're going to have a lot of power. First things first, I'm going to select my pawn, and I'm going to allow this pulse rifle and have him equip it. We'll try to allow everything that's here. Right now it's not allowed. It starts out being unallowed for some reason. I'm sure there's a good mechanical game reason for it. Double click all of our wood and allow it. Double click all the steel and allow it. Alright, where do I want to build up first? There's some overhead roof right here. We could just dig through this for the time being, but and then there's a steam geyser right here, so we can't build there. And all this is just worthless basically until we can get the moisture out, or we can build heavy bridges over it. So given that our food's right here, I think the first thing we're gonna do is get to the very edge of this. And I'm going to draw a 13 by 13 space. If you want, you can hollow it out and remove the middle, just so you can kind of see the space that you're actually working with. And we're going to try to put all of our stuff in a stockpile zone right here. I like to have multiple stockpile zones to keep a bunch of unnecessary stuff out of our main storage area. So I'm going to draw another stockpile zone and just put it right here for now. And then this will store, okay. So we're gonna disallow certain things in here. I'm gonna go to raw resources. No stone blocks, no jade, no obsidian, no plasteel or redwood. We'll leave the silver. No steel or uranium. No wood. That way we won't store these things in here. And then we'll just go to this side and we'll clear all. And we'll only allow those things in this stockpile. So stone blocks, jade, obsidian, plasteel, redwood. This is from a mod. I don't know what this is. Steel, uranium, and wood. That way they'll put that stuff outside. Then we're gonna build some walls. And I'm gonna put doors in the middle and the bottom for now. Guess we can put them all around. First thing you want to do after this is go to your priorities, make sure they're all correct. They do these in order of importance from left to right, so we set all these to 1 so they'll do them first and prioritize them. Firefighting, patienting, and all those types of things. The next thing we want to do is set our construction to 1 and our hull to 2. He'll build all the walls up first, and then he'll start moving everything. there's one more thing I need to do. Let's go to my guy, go to health, allow self-tend. In case something happens to him, he'll heal himself. I'll speed up time so he'll get to hauling all this stuff and constructing it. I guess he has to... Yeah, there we go. I was going to say maybe there has to be some stuff in the stockpile before he'll prioritize building. Looks like he's getting to it. We'll get some of this wood back when he finishes because he'll cut down the trees in order to make roofs on the structure. We're just hanging out and playing a little bit of Rimworld. We start with one pawn on the Rich Explorer. Just trying to relax some today. Did a lot of Final Fantasy Tactics last night. If you want to catch the second stream, we went through several battles and then we kind of got stuck at the end. Our guy is doing recreation now because we don't have him set to a schedule for the first day. I'm just going to have him work all day so he'll get this done because we're already at 15 hours in the day. It's going to start to get dark around 17 or 18. We just want to have all this stuff done. Because our stuff deteriorates while it's outside. Deteriorating unroofed. And then we also get like a mood buff for sleeping outside. I was kind of hoping he would get all this stuff done faster, but doesn't look like he's going to. We might just have to sleep on the ground for one night. It'll be okay for one night though. We have a huge mood buff from just being like a new colonist, extremely low expectations. Uncomfortable, ate without a table, we'll get slept outside, we'll get slept on the ground, all this crap, but it'll just be for one day and then it'll kind of go away. Torrential rain, that's great. It's gonna make all this stuff flood out, I guess. You can see the water is getting bigger around the marshy area. He's just going and eating his food off the ground. He's still got to finish building this. And he's going to haul. Please get our important stuff off the ground. Oh, we're just hauling all the crap that doesn't matter. The steel. Trying to get him to prioritize the stuff that matters. Components. Glitter World medicine. Stop hauling all this dumb shit that I don't care about, like steel, which could just sit outside on the ground anyway and it doesn't affect it. This is an annoying thing you have to do to get people to listen sometimes, but I'm just right-clicking and forcing him to prioritize the things I want him to pick up. So he doesn't spend all this time hauling a bunch of fucking steel in the torrential rain while it destroys all of our packaged survival meals and our components. Last thing I'm going to do is have him get that uranium mace. Everything that lays outside is just going to deteriorate if it's not under a roof. Now that we're all done bringing our stuff inside, I guess the rain is over with. One thing I want to do is put a light in here for vision. Put a bed in here to sleep on, and then put an animal sleeping spot as well, so that they'll so that our doggy will sleep inside with us. Just for role-playing purposes, I always name my sweet doggy Meme. See, it's almost night on the second day, so our guy has some debuffs. Slept on the ground, recreation deprived, uncomfortable, ate without a table. We'll fix his recreation tomorrow. Just want him to haul all of this stuff to where it needs to go before he goes to bed. He's still working on it. Just go get this, please. It's going to take you 1 second. You can sleep the rest of the night. Alright, so now that they're sleeping, one thing I want to make sure to do is grow some food, get that ready. We're going to make this rice. Going to make this corn. And then we're going to make some let's see. This will be heel root. And then right beside it, we'll put smoke leaf. This should keep us ready for all our growing needs. Yeah, there we go. This will be a good start. We can always redraw this later. See, he's like cutting trees down and then hauling it immediately. What we want him to do is grow. Just set it on 1 and that way he'll go ahead and start planting it all in. So the next couple of things that I want to think about now that I've got a basic shelter, some storage, some stuff grown up, or food in the process. It starts you out with a generous amount of packaged survival meals so we can still survive for a little while. But to have the food will get us ahead. We already have an exotic goods trader as an event, so they're coming around this way. And if we just build a wall right in here, it cuts this off and we can already force enemies to only come through this entrance where these guys are coming in. So my guy is about to go to bed, but before he does, we'll just have him go trade. Let's see what he can offer us. Components? Yes. Advanced components? Yes. Rimworld medicine? Yes. We could get some good stuff from him as well. Like side trainers. It's going to teach us abilities of a specific power. Word of Alliance, energy dump. He's got debt in the Oasis, which gives us recreation. This gives us shooting and plants. Can we get it? Yes, we're not out of money yet. This is 204. We'll be completely broke. So what if we just buy one less component? We spent all of our money. We spent it all. Almost every dime that we had. Chunks of a spaceship landed nearby right here. So the things that I got from him are things you're always going to need. Rimworld medicine is like the best medicine you can get. We bought components, which you always need more of. I would just say buy components every time. We got advanced components, which you'll need later to build things like marine armor and stuff, like advanced power suit kind of armor. This diary gives us shooting and recreation, I think, when we read it. Yeah, no, it gives us shooting and plants, so those are both really good. Having books, you can put them in on a bookshelf in your research room and it'll increase the rate of research. It's dark right now at 8 in the morning because we're in an eclipse. Yep, so we blew all of our money right away. We have silver ore though. Silver is money. We'll just have him mine that stuff. He took all this shit apart, but he's not hauling the components. So hey, come over here and haul all of this. Can't just leave it laying out on the ground to deteriorate. Alright, now he's going back to mining. Another thing I want to do is train my animal up. Oh yeah, we need to fix recreation as well. We'll just go ahead and put it in this middle part of the day. So he'll go occupy himself. That way we can get rid of this recreation deprived. It's gone down till it vanished. You can see he's doing some things like watching the eclipse and taking a bath. These things are going to be a problem. Panther will hunt our pet. So will this cassowary. If they get hungry, they will also hunt us. There's an abundance of animals around for them to hunt. But they'll just attack whatever's closest once they become hungry. So the eclipse is ending just in time for night. So we have endangered animals. Let's see what they are. Moas. Big emu looking things. So we can try to tame those if we want, and we can breed them and release them, and once you breed and release endangered animals, you build goodwill with every faction. That's what the mod does anyway. Everybody loves you for helping endangered animals. We have a solar flare that's knocking our power out, but we don't have any power, so that is an irrelevant event for us. Try to haul these out of here. Right now he's got mining prioritized, which I'm fine with because it gets us some silver back. We've already got 181 left after basically spending all our money on the first exotic trader that came by, but it was worthwhile to get all the things that we got. We had another colony in our casual stream before, but it was ended by like 12 man hunting guinea pigs. Just knocked our whole party down. We got overwhelmed. We probably could have played it a little bit better, to be honest. So he's reading his books now, just to get some recreation. We can shorten this. He doesn't need 3 hours of recreation. He is, looks like he's going idle. Awful bedroom, ate without a table, unsightly environment. So we have food growing, we have medicine growing. We need to figure out what to build next. So I think we're gonna go across here a little ways. How much wood do I have? Still a decent bit. You don't really need to do this every time. Like, I'm just looking at it so I can have a guideline, basically. But you can just as easily count out the squares with the amount that you want to build. Let's see, this is wrong. This is all wrong. So I'm going to cancel this and delete this. What I really needed to do was go right here and just draw out an 11 by 11 and draw the walls around that. So what I'm trying to figure out is the food is going to be grown right here. So I want the kitchen to be somewhere close to that, and the freezer. Let's see, if we draw it like this, put a door right here as well. A door right here as well. I know these plans might make it look confusing. We'll just go ahead and remove them. We don't need that plans anymore. For production, I'm gonna put an electric stove right here. And we're gonna need some quick power, so what I'll do is build a wood-fired generator right here. And we'll let him build all this first, and then we'll start worrying about the rest. Building it up, we got the kitchen done. Still working for a little while before he goes to sleep. There we go. One thing we're going to need everywhere is light, so we'll put a wall lamp in here. Try to keep this as symmetrical as possible. We'll need light in here also. We've got a psychic soothe for males, so that's good for us. I think we're out of wood here, so that's why he stopped building the walls. We're gonna have to tear all this down anyway, so we'll just chop wood. What I'm gonna make sure he does is plant cut first, construct second. That way he'll go ahead and chop all of this wood down. And just have it available to build with right here close by. He's doing recreation, which is why he stopped suddenly. You can see with our animals are fun. He's walking the dog and getting recreation from that. Getting all our lights and everything built up, even though we have no power. I don't know if it's because he can't work on this yet. Nope, his construction skill is high enough. We have a transport pod crash, so let's look. It's Oit. That's how you say his name. He's a castaway. He's Yitakin, which means he's like a Wookiee. He's gourmand, he's a nudist, he's psychically dull, but he's really good at melee and construction and really good at animals. He has some medical as well. He's only incapable of social, artistic, and intellectual. We do have a completed room that's going to be our freezer. We could rescue him. We don't quite want it right there. That's a little bit too close to the door. Trying to get it close just so we can access him really quick when we have to do medicine. Let's rescue this. Oh, we have to capture him. Okay, so we'll make this for prisoners. We'll capture him. He had wounds. He's gonna die. He's addicted to psychite, but that's not like some people in their xenotype. They have a natural addiction to it. He's got some yayo in there. We'll leave it for him. Alright, I'm going to let them build this up really quick. We're going to set his prisoner to convert. So we'll try to change him to our religion. That way we won't end up like last time where we had a bunch of random people in our colony that didn't share our religion and they were getting mood debuffs and being upset over no slaves in the colony or whatever weird stupid shit that their beliefs were. We're living on a planet instead of living in space. Probably switch him over to this room when he finally builds it up. I don't know what the hell he's doing. This cassowary and this panther got in a fight with each other. So he's scratched up. He's dead. We're going to take advantage of this opportunity to just get rid of this guy. If we can. He's chasing us. We want to run. He's wounded a little bit. We can kind of get away from him though. Just want to kite. Don't want to sit here and fight him. Let him bleed for a little while. Well, now that we're sufficiently far, let's take a few shots. Nope, it missed. Just keep running. He'll hit us once, but we can get away. And he'll just have to suffer a little bit. His right front legs being hurt help making it slower. If we don't get rid of this guy, he'll kill our doggy eventually, so... Or he'll just attack us. He's gonna die in 6 hours, so we can just sort of kite him out. We're scratched a little bit, but it's not too serious as of right now. It's got way too much cover, I think, so... Just try to get him out into the open. He'll be dead in 4 hours. Killing innocent animals is against our ideology. Killed innocent panther, -5. But otherwise he would have messed us up. I don't want him to use our best medicine for this. So we'll just let him tend his wounds without medicine. I switched him to industrial or better. We don't have any industrial medicine. All we have is Glitter World medicine, so He basically tended himself without. Let's see. Our prisoner still in pretty bad pain. Feed him up a little bit. We need to get him out of here, though. Why are you not building this? Sometimes your pawns will just do confusing things if you let them get out of hand on the priorities, so we've got this guy almost converted to our religion. We need to... We're going to build some beds in here, and this was going to be our dining room eventually, but we'll use it as a prison for now. So we'll set owner, we'll make this for prisoners. We're going to deconstruct his sleeping spot, and then we're going to capture him again. So we'll take him to this room now, where he's actually sleeping in a bed. Alright, that should get us in a little bit of a better shape. We have 2 less predators hanging around the base. We have a combat supplier, but we don't have a lot of money. We just have what we mined out of the silver. So about 300. I thought I saw more silver though when we were looking around on the map earlier. We have some uranium right here, that's cool. Some gold. More silver right here. I'm just going to mine that vein out. Combat supplier. It's cool out. 60 degrees, so I don't know how this guy's feeling right now about the temperature, but we'll keep working on him. We'll keep converting him. He's down 18 more percent. Down another. Man, we're just blowing his mind with all our revelations of astrosmokeism. Feed him up. We're gonna need food soon because now we're feeding 2 people, so our packaged survival meals are running out more quickly, but you can see all this rice is ready to harvest. So gonna put a cooler in here. Wanderer wants to join. She's a child of 9 years old. Their best stat is shooting. Skill level 2. You know what? Accept. Thorn. Male. Age 9. But the kid can shoot. He's got a passion in it. Oh, he's a wimp. So whenever they get hurt a little bit, they have a lower pain threshold. They'll just fall over and get hurt immediately. But Thorn wants to rename it, or Red wants to rename it, People's Accord of, let's randomize this, Devil's Town. We had Fun Town last time. We're keeping it. The People's Accord of Northeast Bonorbo in Devil's Town. I feel like my guy is having some weird priorities. Let's see. Gonna build a copy of this. Prioritize it, please. Just so Thorn will have a bed. Please prioritize this. There you go. Thorn is working on doing plants for us. That is fine with me. What a helpful little guy already. He's bad at everything because he's a child. That's okay. Just set him on all threes. Can't do that yet. Too young. Hauling can be kind of his main deal. And then he'll just do whatever else. Alright. What I need now... we finally have some power. I need shelves. But we're low on wood. And I don't want to build them out of steel. So, orders, chop wood. This should get us for a little while. Alright, Oit has been converted. So now we want to go to recruit. Thorn's religion is the crew of faith. They're shipborne, so he's going to get penalties for being on the planet. He'll be sad about it already. We can go to his needs. Planetary habitat. But he's wielding a revolver, which makes him happy. Is anybody mining our silver? Not yet. Looks like we're out of steel as well. Good thing we have a bunch of it right here. So, what we need to do is prioritize some mining. We're going to put Thorn's schedule on just... I guess we could leave it on anything. He'll just do what he wants. Kind of want kids to have a lot of recreation. He's like way down here, nature running. But he's near this predator that could just kill him if it gets too hungry. So that's annoying. Kids do this stuff. They go run way out to the edges of the map and do stupid shit that'll potentially get them killed. I don't know if it's like part of the game mechanic, but every single time I've had a child in my colony, they just, let's go way the fuck out to the edges of the map where it's dangerous and do some sky gazing while a fucking leopard's trying to eat me. It's like they do that every time. So, one thing I'm trying to do is mine this stuff out so that we can finish building our cooler. Once we have our cooler, we can get our food down to like near freezing where it won't spoil. We're real low on meals, so we need to sort of get that going ASAP. So instead of mining, here's what we'll do. We'll leave it at construct at 1, cooking at 2. I'm going to add a bill. Cook simple meal. Do until you have 20. And then I want to make sure my rice is harvested. It's not going to be enough, so we'll harvest this banana tree. We'll... I'm going to double click on this berry bush to highlight all the ones that are nearby. We will harvest this orange tree. See some more berries. Go ahead and harvest that. Harvest this orange tree. And that should get us for a little while. We're going to put him on plant cut. He can go build up his skills cutting down all this stuff. Yep, so we just ate 2 meals, then we fed Oit. So now we're down to 1. May's eating raw rice. Convert this guy a little bit. His resistance is down to 13. It's going quickly. Alright, we need to prioritize refueling this. Now we have power. And I think now he'll go ahead and do the cooking. He wasn't going to do it before because we didn't have power. So one thing that's messed up I can see right away is we're about to start hauling this stuff out of our cooler. So we need to set up two things. This is going to be for meals only. And this is going to be for raw food. And then I'm going to build a copy of this. And I'm going to copy these settings. Select all these shelves and paste. We're going to prioritize hauling. Oh, we don't have the shelf yet. Okay, so we'll let him go build all these shelves. And then so our food doesn't spoil in here, we're gonna have him bring it to the shelf. There we go. And make sure you set your cooler down low enough. Ours is at 34. It'll keep the food relatively frozen. Have him build the rest of this real quick and then he can cook some more. He's going to sit on the chair in the kitchen to read. Fair enough. What's Thorn doing? He's up here sky dreaming. Sounds like some shit Deadpool would say. It was an educated wish. So this is our cooler now. Eventually we will kind of have enough stockpile built up. War for Profits is a quest we can take. While I'm thinking of this, we want to go down to quests, reward preferences. All these people we don't want to accept goodwill from. Right? I don't think we want to accept goodwill. That way they'll just offer us better rewards. Instead of one of the options will always just be goodwill to build up goodwill with them. The harvest was botched, but at least you're getting better. We're going to starve, but at least you're getting better at plants. See, Red is sort of cooking up everything. Right now we want to put him off of construction, and we'll do plant cut 1 also. He's going to be better at it than Thorn, so maybe we can salvage some of these botched harvests that he's ruining. But he's only got a 1, and he's already got a lot of... Oh, Oit's in a daze. Why is it, Oit? The final straw was psychite addiction. He's going through a withdrawal. This is not being hauled because two reasons. We don't have a dumping stockpile. And so what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and make that now. Dumping stockpile zone. Right here out of the way where most of the people in our base won't see it. I'm going to uncheck chunks because I want the chunks to go into this space up here. And just make you haul it. Go ahead and haul off the dead bird, little boy. Good show. Get that rice. I don't know what he was doing with rice. I guess he was just holding it in case he needed a snack. Alright, that's all the wood, so that should take care of our wood needs for a little while. We don't want this guy to be addicted to psychite anyway. So we'll just let him break from this while he's our prisoner anyway. I think it just means we can't work on converting him as a prisoner. What's all this shit? You're bringing him multiple meals? What about us? How are we gonna eat? This kid is always just sky dreaming. He's doing a lot of sky dreaming out there. Since Oit is in bed, we could just give him some yayo to help with his, because he dropped it, he had some, to help with his addiction, but we'd rather just let him go through withdrawal and get it out of the system. I think once it gets to 100, he'll be done. It'll take us a little while to convert him anyway. We have some meals now, though. So now that we do have those, what I kind of want to do is make sure he regrows everything. And once he does that, we'll put him back on cooking. How long are you going to be in a daze? He's still pretty hurt. What we could do, since we're going to turn this into a rec room anyway, is go ahead and get some furniture in here. Let's go ahead and put some chairs. We're going to set it up like this so that we can also go to recreation and build some chess tables. Haul this out. Red's trying to get us up to 20 meals, but he has to keep running to get all this stuff because little Sky Dreamer here is not hauling it all like he's supposed to. He just keeps... But he's a child. Let him do child recreation. Children are added in the biotech expansion, and they have the potential to be really strong if you can raise them early and build all their skills. They have growth moments that allow you to pick from sometimes very good traits. Sometimes some of the traits are bad, but it's random and you get a handful. So usually you'll get something good that you can pick, and you can kind of like shape them into a model pawn over time, you know? Okay, here's what I want you to do. Haul all these damn oranges. Here's what I want you to do. Haul the rest of these damn oranges. There we go. He's going to put more fuel in the wood-fired generator. We have a lot of wood now. Build up all this stuff. We're pretty good on the meals. So let's reset the priorities once again. Get them on construct. So he just builds all this up really quick. Let's see, he's ravenously hungry, he's in serious pain, slept in the heat. It's not that hot. Awful prison cell. He's led by cavemen. He's mad because he's not on our side, and the leader of his faction that he's still in is not our religion now, since we converted him. So, feed this dude up and we'll get to working on the rest of the dining room, I guess. We're also got kind of a terrible barracks as well, so we should probably try to build up some rooms. One thing I want to do is put a 6x6 over this, because that's how big the geothermal generator is going to be when I build it, and that way I don't like plan anything over the geothermal vents, and I can build around them. So just like we were talking, we had a growth moment for Thorn. He's old enough to be a doctor, warden, to do construction, to do art, to entertain, so we can pick some of these traits. Annoying voice is bad. We can take sanguine, which gets permanent plus 12 mood, or we can gain work speed. Whew. Both of these are really good. Man, sanguine. Hard worker is good, but he'll eventually become excellent at construction and moving quickly anyway. So we just want to make sure he has a permanent plus 12 mood. That way we don't have to constantly keep managing his mood. Chop all these stumps out of here. Now we've got a table we can sit at, and so does Oit. We're basically going to have to try and recruit him 10 more times to break his will. But once we have him on our side, he's really strong at melee. He's really good at construction, animals, plants, cooking. We can have him do a lot of stuff, and he can do medical. So he's not bad. And he's a nudist. He'll just walk around nude. He's got uncovered groin. He's at a 0 for that because he's a nudist, and we wear pants in our religion, I think, but he doesn't care because his nudist trait overrides it. So he's getting a 0. The thought is disabled by him being a nudist, which is one of his traits. Bedtime for everybody. We got a decent recreation room. Rec room is what I meant. We're not using Dub's Bad Hygiene, so there's no restroom stuff. Dub's Bad Hygiene is a mod you can use that adds in water, but it also adds in like peeing and pooping and filth and more shit that you have to do to make sure that your guys don't get mad. And so it just makes things harder, really, if you're looking for the God's honest truth. So I can tell right now we're not growing enough food to sustain our colony. We're gonna have to figure this out a little bit better. So what I want to do is leave the corn, and I'm gonna put a second rice zone up here for the time being to help us get more of a stockpile. Thorn is watching work be performed, which I assume helps him gain XP. Go ahead and grow this extra rice, because right now we're decent on food. 11 meals is not terrible. Could be better though. Walking the dog, it looks like. Go ahead and harvest this. Our medicine is ready to be harvested as well. You can see because he's on grow priority, he's just going right over and starting that. These are ready to be grown as harvested as well. Just harvest that. We got food poisoning, that's annoying. Food poisoning has caused me lots of trouble in my streams talking about it. Got one of my Rimworld streams age restricted because of the act that you do to get rid of food poisoning, and they considered that some kind of, I don't know, mental health thing or some shit like that. So they flagged my Rimworld stream for age restriction. We'll try to avoid that by dancing around the subject. He's moving really slow now because he's sick from food poisoning. He threw up. You can see it's major. It'll run its course, but it's got us down. Consciousness is hampered. Moving is way hampered. Manipulation, talking, and eating are way hampered. see, you can haul this out of the kitchen. We need to, what do we need to do? We need to build up some barracks. So, what we're gonna do probably, something like this. Hidden conduit can come down here. Then I want to make sure I put lights in every room so that they start working on this right away and they have an easier time seeing. This will be our barracks in the future. Okay, corn's almost ready. That'll help us. We're going to refuse visitors until I have guest beds. This is part of the hospitality mod. We're not ready for visitors yet, so just refuse them. We're still getting the basics of our base set up. Getting everything set. Even Thorns getting some work done. We're just gonna draft and undraft him. It'll take him forever to do that. Got some medicine. We got some smoke leaf. A quest expires. We don't want to do this quest anyway. It's not really worth it to me, the risk that we're going to take. Once we can get Oit on our side, though, we'll be a little bit better. He can help a lot. Right now, we're just wasting a bunch of time converting him and all that. Should be about 6 more attempts, and he'll be a member of our colony. We don't even have to worry about clothing him. He's a nudist, so that's cool. That's nice. Looks like we're out of wood again. We keep running out of wood. So, just chop more. We have some power already to this room, so we'll reinstall the bed right here. Deconstruct that, expand this room out, or this zone. Thorn's plant skills are up to a 2. He's a sanguine wimp, but he's already contributing to this colony significantly, so. Red's cooking and eating his own meals really quick. Got him down. We'll probably get this guy joined up. And then pause for this stream. So far, I'm liking this colony though. We've got a raid from the Choke Party. Just so you know what they're all about. This is a male. He is a waster. He's flirty. He's a body purist. Crafting of 8 and capable of carrying, mining 12. He's going to prepare for a while. So let's see what our zones are. Zone. Home area. One thing that we're going to do is clear this home area on the dumping pile. We don't care about what happens to the trash. And the corpses, I'm going to schedule Thorn to just stay at home. And we'll unpause and wait for this guy to attack. He'll kind of get into position and hang around for a while. Do his own thing. I don't think we're going to keep him as a colonist. We're going to kill him when he attacks and then whip his ass like his name is Seabass. Or like our name is Seabass, I guess. Seabass does the ass whipping, not the... He's an ass whipper, not an ass whippy. Okay, this guy's beginning his assault, so what I want to do is go right here and just sort of peek out at him as he comes up, and then fire some shots. Hopefully we'll do better than this. Somehow, everything's missing. Ooh, that got him a couple of times. So we'll just run back and let him bleed. He's going to be much slower than us now, because he has a torso gunshot, a stomach gunshot in his left leg, which makes him slower. We'll just go right here and shoot again. Missed. Go right here and shoot again. Oh, we hit him again. He's going to get a little tap on us, but we can run away. He's too slow to chase us. Shoot him again. And he's dead. We have a bruise. But he dropped some drugs, some smoke leaf, and some ambrosia, so that's good. Prioritize hauling that. Yep. And then we'll just unpause and let him go at it. He got us a little bit, but we got him a lot worse. Yep, we can't prioritize anything. Hauling wood to the furnace because we don't have any, so yep, just use some herbal medicine on ourselves. Gotta get this wood back, so go down to plant cut. He's gonna sleep for a minute because we had to wake him up to fight that raid. Now that we have wood, we'll let him read for a minute. He's reading. He's becoming smarter. Like a good little lad. We have some sand right here where we know nothing is going to grow to block our way. So we're going to build a wind turbine right there to help our power for now. Because it's going to be a little while before we can get geothermal power, which is what we really need, because we have all these vents that we can build in kind of a network. And they'll give us all the power that we'll probably ever need. Hey, he's training the doggy. What a good lad. Thorn trained him how to attack. Red is like, what are you doing? Bed resting from this fucking bruise? I'm just going to turn his bed rest up to 3 so that it'll stop doing that. What we need is food. Just going to harvest all this. This plant cutting's already on 1. There we go. Get up here and help. Got to go convert the prisoner. Now one thing that I want to do that all this food is on the ground. Set his cooking to the highest priority, and then I'm going to right click on him and have him prioritize cooking because we have 0 meals. So he'll just do this for a couple hours till he goes to bed at this point. Most of the food is like right here nearby the kitchen, so you don't have to worry about him running too far to get it all. That way they won't just like wake up first thing in the morning and eat a bunch of raw food. Since it's time for them to sleep, I'm going to clear his prioritized work. He'll go ahead and eat, and then he's going to go to bed. Almost got the rooms finished out now that we have this wood, so that's good. If we can just get Oit converted, then we'll have a much easier go of this, because we can set him to do some of these things that Red is running around doing. But we're already off to a good start because we have... first we want to go ahead and unschedule this boy so he can haul this guy. See how when he walked by, he got a little skull appeared and he got a bad kind of symbol? It's because he observed a corpse. It's just laying around. So we're going to have the boy prioritize hauling this. The boy, he got observed corpse as well. But now it's over here where we won't see it all the time and run past it. We have 2 gold deposits. We're going to be gold rich once we decide to mine it out. Okay, let's get this guy converted really quick. Almost got him. I'm going to go back and change Red's priorities. Get him down to grow at 1 and build, construct, just leave it at 2. Looks like it's recreation time. He's going for a walk. Thorn, go ahead and keep cutting the corn down for us. We've kind of managed it for the time being. Getting the corn helped us get past the bottleneck for our food that we were facing. So we want to make sure it's still growing so we can just get it all. Keep the cycle going. We should have Oit converted pretty soon. If not the next time, then the next 2 times he'll be a colonist for us. Right now the base is lasting off of 1 generator, but we don't have a lot. Just some lights, 1 cooler. The temperature has been moderate enough that it hasn't really, we haven't been like at 100 degrees inside or anything yet, so that's good. Got a group of travelers passing by. It's these folks right here. Sometimes they do that. They just walk through the map. You can capture those people. You can imprison them. You can kill them, harvest them for organs. All the things that Rimworld players love to do, but we're usually just nice guys. We usually don't do any of that stuff. We typically play as pretty good people. I don't know if that's a pleasant change of pace for Rimworld. It's mostly a war crime simulator, but we usually play nice. Except to our enemies, which we show no mercy. We have a shaman merchant. Those can be interesting. They sell specialized things. But we still haven't mined all of this shit out because we've been busy with other stuff, so we don't really have a lot of money to bargain with. However, we'll go see. Okay, so his resistance has been broken. The next time we try to recruit him, he'll join us. Got caught in the middle of an insult here. Directly insulted La Lanier's voice. That's the traitor. That's a bad move. We'll sell off this ambrosia. We'll sell off the yayo. We don't really need that. What do they have? We could buy some ducks. We don't really need that. They don't really have anything that we need. I'm going to sell them all this gold though, just because we have so much on the map already. And that'll at least get us a little bit of money. I think that's good. I think that's a good move. Silver is the de facto currency. Gold is valuable, but you can really only sell it or make stuff out of it. Go ahead and mine this vein out too. Since we sold some of that gold, we see we got some more right there. We can mine later. Did I see more, or is that it? That's a lot to just have visible on your map. A lot of silver and gold on this map, so it worked out. Alright, sorry, I had it paused while I looked around for a second. Red's got everything planted and grown. Just gonna go finish building these rooms up. I think we're still out of steel. Yep, there we go, but at least the rooms are complete. We can take Thorn's bed and reinstall it in a room now. There we go. Why don't you prioritize that for me, young man? Alright, we got a wind turbine now. Let's make sure we have power. Connecting it all, and I think we're out of steel, so we'll probably have to mine some for that. Cooking up a few meals, good job. Right now our priorities seem to be working. Thorn is down here trying to mine, but he's very slow at it. Building up his little mining skill though. Oh, he's got a revolver. I keep forgetting. The kid's packing. Get this bed built up. Maybe we can use it. It's a poor bed. Good bed, poor bed. We'll deconstruct all the poor ones, or we'll save them and use them for the prison. Alright, so Oit has become a new recruit. We're going to go copy our schedule and paste it so that he'll go the same way as us. We'll set his priorities. His doctoring is pretty good, so we're actually going to allow him to doctor. We'll put him in animal handling. We'll put him at cooking for 1 for his priority, so he'll do that first. He's decent at plant cutting and growing, so we'll just have him do all that too. And then we're not going to worry about it as much. We'll worry about constructing. Also do some animal handling. Yeah. Mining, actually. Need him to go mine all this stuff out so that we have metal. Oit stopped making his bed and went back to cooking. Alright, so that's a good bed. We'll set him there. We'll uninstall this so that our rec room isn't a barracks anymore. Oid is working, I mean Thorn is working on the steel. He's very slow at it, but he's gradually building up XP, so we'll just leave him be for the time being. Getting some of our gold back here that we sold off. What I would really like for you to do is go mine this though. So right there we only had 30 gold. We have more than double that now, just laying on the ground. But this counts as actual money for us. We don't have to change it into anything else. Just go ahead and let him mine it for now. It's going to get slower at night because it's dark. We almost got it. Okay, now I just want him to haul all this silver back instead of standing out there chopping it all night. And we're back up to 600 and some silver. Wait, has a sad wander. What happened? It was Psychite withdrawal. That was the last straw. He's at 50%. So if we just give him time, he'll eventually get better. He had a sad wander and then immediately went to sleep, so he should be able to smoke this smoke leaf joint now, though, since he's our religion, and that'll help him some. Change his addiction over to something else. Go ahead and harvest this up so we can get more food on the shelf. We're still living paycheck to paycheck, as I've heard people say. When it comes to food, we're just kind of like barely hanging on there. We have lots of trees and stuff around. Again, we don't need this as much as we need the silver. Please go down here. He's prioritizing this because it's closer. So whenever he finds like the closest job, he just goes and starts hacking away at it. But we need the silver more, honestly, than the gold. And there's already like a shit ton of it here laying on the ground, so it's going to boost our wealth up. If we have all that, I think it's already counts against us if it's laying on the ground. So what are you doing, Oit? You're wandering around, having a bad time. Because of his withdrawals. I guess he's gonna go to bed. He's gonna be kind of an annoying pawn to have until we get through that. Alright, please just come get all this silver. We can look at our power grid now. We don't have that much wind, so this thing's not, it's going up and down with the wind, but you can see we have a lot more excess than we did with just this 120 watts extra. Looks like Oit's finally doing some cooking. Red is losing his ever-loving mind down here because he's like mining in the dark. He's tired. He ate raw food, no recreation, all this dumb stuff. Everybody has their own little room though. Let's go ahead and help them out with some other things like end tables. Give them a little bit more comfort. So we have this new little base nestled between the rocks. There's only kind of one way in up here. We need to go ahead and block that off. All we have is wooden walls right now, so I'm going to start with that. A wild man wanders in. This wild man is named Vital or Vital. He's a genie, which means he's really good at intellectual and crafting, but he has the genetic wimp and delicate. He's a careful shooter, he's jealous, so he wants a better bedroom. And he also has the tough trait, but it's negated because he's a wimp from being a genie, so it's like suppressed and canceled out. This is just a wild guy. We can tame him. If we select him, you can press N to tame, and you'll come over and feed him and try to lure him into joining your party. And then he just becomes a normal guy after that. 8 a.m. we've got an eclipse again. Power's out. Everybody's gonna sit and eat in the dark for a second until we have Thorn go and refuel the power generator. Go ahead and do it now, you little sky dreamer. There we go. And the power comes back onto the base. So we need some batteries too, so this thing will store up power that it gets from the wind, and then we won't be dependent as much on when the wind's blowing. We'll just have some batteries and backup. Alright, so we've got Oit. He's asleep. Red is out doing more mining. All these components, we don't want to leave them laying on the ground. So we'll just right click and have him go pick it up. Probably could have just had him finish this last piece before he ran away with all the components, but we didn't do that, so hey, come get this. There we go. We're pretty decent on components now for a little while. 58's not bad at this stage. Always need more. Good rule of thumb is any time that you can buy components, go ahead and do it. Finally got our dude out here mining out the silver. This vein gave us 300 gold, and we have another gold vein we can mine over here, so we'll be good on gold for a while. Red's been doing a lot of mining, so we can see he's almost at level 7. He's a capable amateur. Oit's doing all kinds of weird things in the night. He's got minus 35 from his psychite withdrawal, but he's had a catharsis, so that's good. He's happily nude, which gives him plus 20. That's great. Very low expectations, extremely comfortable, nuzzled by the dog. The animals are happy, so it's canceling it out. What stage is he at? 58%? You'll get there, Oit. You'll kick this psychite habit in no time. That finally gets all the rest of this silver, so we can stop dealing with this. Please come haul it all. And even though we blew all of our money on the very first trader, we got all this good stuff, and we're back up to almost 1,000 silver. So I'm going to take him off of the mining priority now and see how this goes. Let him build up for a minute. He is our best constructor. We've got a compacted steel meteorite. That's okay. Not bad. We'll always need steel, so the more of it that's on the map, the better, but we've got a ton of it right here close to our base that we can mine out. Everybody's chilling and reading books, so that's good. Get one more bed built up here, so we'll have all these rooms sort of symmetrical, and we'll have a room that we could use optionally as a prison or a hospital in case somebody gets hurt and needs tending. Yep, so there we go. We have 3 people idle. Night's about to fall. the next thing I need to work on is getting a workshop and getting, let's see, somewhere we can do some research. We might even be able to throw the research bench in this room for now. It might get a penalty because it's not in a room by itself. That's something that's kind of been added. But we'll wait till everybody gets into bed and we'll call it here for this casual Rimworld stream. I'm already liking this colony better than the one that we have set up before. So we'll probably continue with this one for a little while and try to play it smarter. You can see he already went up here and built this wall. That's cool. I'm just going to double it up so they can't break it down. And that way next time we start, they'll go ahead and start building that. But that means instead of running through this little area to get to our base, anybody that spawns on this side is going to have to come around through here. And there's no way in from this side, so they'll have to come around through here, which means the only entrance is going to be right in this area, and we can just turn it into a kill box and make all kinds of trouble for them. So yeah, got a pretty good setup here going forward, and this was a fun, relaxing game for me to play for a little while just to get my bearings as we go back into the regular week. We had a lot of good fun streaming Final Fantasy Tactics this weekend, so check that out on my channel if you're interested in Final Fantasy Tactics. And we'll be doing some more probably today, probably some TF2 later, so keep an eye out for that if you're interested. And I really appreciate you watching along with me.